Hey, what's up Get Vocalers? My name is Linz Crichton and I am a content creator on Get Vocal and also Patreon. I am a songwriter from the UK and I live stream now weekly on Get Vocal. It's taken me quite a long time to get the audio as best as I can get it. I've been asked to put together a very quick video to show you how I set up my stuff. In the hope that it will help some of you guys get connected properly audio-wise into Get Vocal. So let's do this. So given the fact that I am a guitarist and a singer, I have quite a simple setup. I've got an electroacoustic guitar, but I do quite like using a looper pedal. The pedal that I have got is this RC30, Boss RC30, and it's basically just a 2-track loop. On the back, you can see all the different inputs. Obviously you've got the mic input. I have one thing here where I plug my guitar, and then over here is where my output usually goes to my amp when I'm doing live shows. But when I'm live streaming, this goes into my, I'm gonna call it a mixer for a minute, but from here I will plug it into this bad boy. So I have got a Focusrite iTrack. Now I know lots of musicians who are guitarists and singers have boxes like this to enable us to plug into computers so that we can record stuff. But obviously when you're live streaming as well, the way that I've set it up is I've got a mic in and a guitar in here. If I'm using my looper pedal, I've actually just done a live stream without the looper pedal, so they've gone directly into here. But if I'm using my looper, both of these two will plug into my looper pedal, and then I will have one wire coming out and plugged in here where this guitar one is. So obviously I'm on channel 2 there. The key thing to remember is that especially when I'm using the looper pedal, this gain knob here has to be turned really quite far down. Now I don't know if you can see this here, but there's little notches here as to where the volume is. The notch is really quite far down here. Because when I'm using loops, because there's so much information going through one channel, it can overload the channel. And so I have learned through lots of trial and error that I need to turn that down quite a lot. If, however, I've just got two separate things going in, then that can be turned up a little bit more. I've got them just going straight up here, so they're halfway with the gain volumes there. So coming out of the back of here, I have got this USB wire. So it goes into the Focusrite iTrack, which powers the Focusrite iTrack when it is plugged into my computer via USB. It is possible to use this with a lightning adapter to go into a mobile phone, say like an iPhone for example. Now when you're on a desktop, this is quite a key factor. When you're using a desktop, laptop, whatever, there are some controls on the Get Vocal desktop where you can double check where the sound is coming from when you're live streaming. And so you can select the Focusrite iTrack, for example, whereas when I'm plugged into a phone, I couldn't do that. And so that's why the audio wasn't working properly. So now I'm gonna quickly show you when it's plugged in and you're gonna go live where you need to go to toggle, making sure that the audio is coming from this, so you've got the correct audio inputs going live. Okay, so this is my channel. Let's just say we were going to broadcast right now. So everything is plugged in as it should be. I'm going to press broadcast. I'm going to grab this spot, and in a minute this is going to look weird because you're going to see me. Hi. If I wanted to start the broadcast, one thing that I can do is go over here. So I clicked on the little hamburger thing here, and I can manage camera and audio. So before I start the broadcast, I'm going to manage camera and audio, and it's going to bring up this pop-up box, which is really important. Over here, you've got the option to have the internal microphone of the computer, but the audio is not as crisp and as good as it could be if you choose that. If you choose, however, the iTrack Solo, means that if I then come over here and talk into my, I'm going to put that over there, hello, you can now see that that was picking up the audio properly from the microphone of the iTrack Solo, and therefore the input or the audio is going in properly. That is a deal breaker when you're about to go live. Once you've got all that stuff set up, you can then be sure that you're going to get the right audio that you need, and therefore you can just go straight up here, start your broadcast, and you'll get the audio that you need. So I hope that video was useful in terms of how to plug in your instruments to like a mixer to make sure it goes straight into the computer so that your computer picks up the right audio for your live streaming, because you want your audio to be the best that it can possibly be. It's even better if you can use the software called OBS. Unfortunately, when you use it with Get Vocal, you need to download a plugin called Virtual Cam, which you can't use on a Mac. You can only use it on PC. So I have a Mac, and therefore the best that I can do right now with Get Vocal is to plug things in this way. There's a couple of audio tests that I've done on my channel, so if you want to go and have a look at what it sounds like, I did one called Audio Test 4. If you want to go and have a look at how that sounds, then be my guest. I hope that was all useful, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye!